Now, that's the most beautiful picture I've ever seen. There's nothing sexier than a big man just cuddling a baby.
Yeah, there
it shows their sensitive side.
Shows,
that's the balance.
That's the balance of the masculine and feminine. Yeah, absolutely. It's very beautiful. And we see it in many different ways. We see it in like-sex relationships. We see it in mother-daughter relationships. You see it everywhere, even where there is no sex. Please understand that word we're using in a very broad manner here. So that's one of the things about it. Now, this is also a professional model, but look at her. She can't hide it. She can't hide it. Look at that smile. She's beaming with sexual energy. Real simple. Now, does that mean that it's necessarily him? No, it may not be. She may be thinking of her husband or boyfriend or whoever, or maybe that is him. I don't know. But she's flowing it. That's the most important part. She's let the energy come into her and do it in that way. There's another one. Gentleman that came to one of our seminars in Holland. You can almost feel it. Now, we talked about looking, kind of sneaking in with the sexual energy through the side of your vision or through the peripheral of your vision. I'll show you a little bit of that too, because that happens all the time. And of course, sexual energy is really seen. It's measured in the eyes, because the group talks a lot about our eyes and what we do with them. They actually call them projectors, not receptors. They say we send out a beam from our eyes, which is reflected back like radar, and that is how we see. That is not what medical science or even science says, but if you take that illustration, you can see how important the sexual energy would be.
Yeah, they always say the eyes are the mirror of the soul.
Yep.
It's people can really see you when they look into your eyes.
Yeah, that's the idea. Now, here again, we see them kind of looking out of the corner of their eyes. Many times when a person's looking out of the corner of their eyes, they're thinking. And, of course, we know the signals. If you look up to the left, you're making something up. If you look up to the right, you're trying to remember something. Yeah, there's all the different parts of it. But if you are looking just neutrally across, usually when you move your eyes just a little bit off the center, your protection, your filters are on the center. When you look on the side like that, you lose the protection. So many times you can actually spot sexual energy easier out of the corner of your eyes or out of the peripheral vision sometimes. And the whole idea is to see a spirit. It's not so much that we're trying to figure out, is he running sexual energy or is he doing... Can I see this person's spirit? Can I see their spirit coming through the body? That's sexual energy. That's exactly what it is. And it means a harmony of the spirit, a harmony of the person, and a harmony of the physical body, all which have to kind of work together to bring that in.
All these people look bright. I mean, look at her.
Oh, I've gone out of my way to find these, yes.
Yes, well, you did a good
we
job.
We have a rather large library that we own the rights to be able to use this, but it's still hard to find this. I spent several hours looking for just these few that I'm showing you.
Well, it's all about, it's all about the eyes. I was going to say the smile, too, but he's not smiling, and you can feel the sexual energy.
I've got three of them here. So this is the same gentleman. And obviously he's in different clothes each time with a different background, so it must be different settings. But I just want you to be aware of the different amounts of sexual energy he's carrying here, and here.
Oh, it's getting warm in here.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. So which person would you rather see? How would you like to represent yourself on Earth?
Any and all the above.
Exactly. Do you want to close it down or do you want to open it up? Now, if you're a female, opening up is risky. It's difficult. It's almost like an open invitation sometimes, or at least people seem to take it that way. Doesn't have to be.
Well, I have to say that with the picture of him smiling, or so wide with his teeth and all, that is less threatening.
Yeah.
You know, it's more of a friendly sexual energy. The other, you might be a little like, whoa.
Exactly. That was pretty intense. The middle one was pretty intense.
Yes.
All right, we'll keep going. Well, here's our daughter. Here's Greg. Look at the sexual energy when we dance. And of course, that's our other.
Dear friends and adopted daughters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, but this is this is why I miss doing our seminars in person. This is wonderful the way we're able to present here because we reach so many people at once. But to have all these people in the same room, these light workers that are so bright anyway, just sharing their sexual energy all over the room. It's beautiful.
And that's Elke, our daughter off to the left, Greg, Meg's husband, and partner off to the right, and right behind them both looking in the cameras, Audrey.
Yes.
Another one of our daughters who just had another baby. So we're excited about that. Anyway, let's keep going here. Again, professional photos, but you can kind of see, you can see the energy. You can see the whole part of it coming through. It comes through in friendship sometimes. Friends can light you up. That's what it is. Real simple.
It's wonderful as a parent to have your children grow up and be, when they're around 13 or 12 or whatever age, they're probably earlier now today, when they're first discovering what turns them on, excites them in another person.
Right.
Exactly. It's nice to see that develop, that part of them from a child into an adult.
And of course, there's no age boundaries. The sexual energy is with you always. It's our life force energy. Okay, this is a sexual energy seminar we did in Moscow, and I just want to kind of tell you the story of it because if you look here, you'll see one of our daughters just looking, and we adopt daughters, by the way. We don't actually have a physical daughter on this planet, so we adopt daughters all over the world. She's one of our adopted daughters, and I'm taking the camera, and I just said, okay, this is a sexual energy seminar. Give me a sexy pose. So she puts on this little sexy pose.
She didn't hesitate.
She's just as cute as can be. Anyway, full of life force energy. But here's the interesting part I want you to see. It's not so much about her. Look at the two people that are next to her. The guy standing behind her and the guy standing right in front of her. Look at the brightness of their eyes. You can see it. That is what we're talking about. And it just beams sometimes. So you never know when you're going to catch it, where it's going to come from. And this is what I wanted to bring up. These are actually just my notes. So, well, I tell you why, because we're going to go over right now into Studio A, and we're going to bring in the group. And I don't know who's coming in, whether it's going to be Ilra, the timekeeper, or M. Probably M. He is working with the balancing of sexual energy. He is a balanced being. She, Hun, I think they call hen.
Oh, that's right. Somebody did have a word for it.
Oh, there's different words in different places. We've heard the word "ji," which is a neutral gender word. Laurie, one of our light masters, has sent us a kind of a new series of things we can use. But we also heard from somebody from Denmark, and in Denmark they've already come up with different words, and they tend to call them "hun" for females and hen for, I guess, for males.
Well, we're trying to come up with a word because M is very much the balance. Yeah. It's neither female or general neutral. I think that's the best way.
So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go over here and we're going to start channeling. But before we do, I wanted to tell you what we're going to experience in the other seminars, okay? Because we are going to be covering things, and I'm sorry I didn't have time to make this look really nice, but we're going to cover the misuses of sexual energy. Because we on this earth have learned to misuse sexual energy in many different ways. They're going to talk about that, and this is not today. These are in the days that are following here. And I'm not going to give the dates because I don't have them here. Look them up. It's easier. But that's one of the things we're going to cover. The other thing we're going to cover is sexual healing. We're starting to see a lot of this energy that we're talking about used for sexual healing in so many ways. It's absolutely incredible. And we'll show you some of that and some of the possibilities that are coming up. The main thing that we want to do more than anything else is to give you sexual confidence. Confidence in your physical being, confidence in who you are so that you can step out as a creator being pretending to be a human and have the confidence of all that. So that is one of the biggest things that we're going to be working on in the second day. We'll be going through them in different parts of it, but second day. And the other one is to make this energy flow all the time. So we're going to work with channeling your creativity and running the sexual energy. We'll give you some tools for that and some ideas for that.
I really encourage all of us to just play with this energy and not take it so seriously. You know, there's many parts of it, and if we can, like I said, lose the fear of it and know that if we act where we understand it and if we send out the right message to people, they will pick up where you stand with this, and they won't misunderstand what you're trying to do.
It's a vibrational thing. It is absolutely a vibrational thing. And if you are sending out your sexual energy and you have fear mixed in with it, it will be abused. It's real simple. It's almost like an invitation in some way. So we'll talk more about this. We'll talk about it. We're also going to talk about healing sexual energy scars. If you have history with abuses or sexual abuse of any kind, we're going to be working with that. We're going to be doing some very powerful stuff with this.
Very important to clear that away.
So we're going to give you the opportunity to go back and rewrite any challenges that you've had having to do with sexual energy, whether they had to do with sexual abuse or something else, because there's many things that can block your sexual energy. So we will work with that and give you an opportunity to actually go back and rewrite it. Based on the inverse wave therapy that we've taught for years, I'm going to take you through some very targeted areas to release you from any of those things. And some of you don't even know you have them until you let go of them. That's the fun part.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting. That'll be on the third day that we have scheduled after today. So hope you come and join us for that. And today we're just going to have a ball. Shall we step over?
All right.
Here, we'll bring up the fire here and let everybody blow out the candles for a second.
Okay. As you can tell, Steve and I are very excited about this information because it is life force energy. It's about being who we can be to our fullest by understanding each level of our development. And when we can understand who we are, then others can see us for the true person that we're meant to be. So just take a deep breath with me for a minute. Breathe in and feel the life force energy filling your lungs. And as you release it, touch your arms. Give yourself a hug. Feel your own body. What a precious vehicle you have. We should honor it every day when we wake up. Look in the mirror. And instead of judgment, finding the imperfections that we so often do, look in that mirror and smile and have your eyes light up and see your own sexual energy. If you start the day that way by giving thanks for who you are and feeling your brightness coming out, then every person that you encounter that day will benefit as well as you will. Because you see yourself through others. You can share this light, have it go back and forth with whoever you meet. Imagine yourself, like I mentioned, walking through an airport. Maybe you have a little extra time and you're not rushing through, running for a plane, but you decided to get there a little early. Just imagine yourself walking through and feeling very calm and enjoying the excitement, the anticipation of your trip that you're going to be going on. But you walk through the airport and dare to share yourself with all who walk past you. There will be others, some people who do catch your eye, and take that moment and just share a smile and your eye connection, and you will have the most wonderful day from there. When we do this, when we just, wherever you are, just allow yourself to be who you are, centered, full of life, and do share that with everyone around you. It's important. It's fun. Let's play. And so it is.
Greetings, dear ones. I am M. It is such a joy to be with you all, for you are now studying the reason that I am here.